All right, it's fact or fiction time. Heaven's Gate. This one specifically for Frank. He requested it. So I'm going to give a statement.
Try not to blink.
I'm going to give a statement here, and then the guys have to say whether or not that statement is a fact or if it is fiction. Fact or fiction, the Heaven's Gate cult believed that a spaceship was hidden inside the Hale-Bopp comet, waiting to take them to a higher existence. Frank, fact or fiction?
That's fiction.
Lan, fact or fiction?
Fact.
Yeah, Lan gets the point. That's fact.
I thought it was trailing the comet. I didn't think it was in. I thought it was following the comet.
No,
Either way, semantics.
It was inside of a...
Heaven's Gate followers believed a spacecraft was... Oh, okay, yeah. It was traveling behind the Hale-Bopp comet, hidden from human view. Their leader, Marshall Applewhite, convinced them that this ship would take their souls to the next level of existence, but they had to...
Why are you looking so creepy, Frank?
I'm doing the guy.
Oh my God.
I'm not going to blink.
But they had to shed their physical bodies via suicide to board it. This belief stemmed from Applewhite's mix of Christian, New Age, and science fiction-influenced ideologies. Next up, fact or fiction? No, Frank can fucking blink. There's your Hale-Bopp comment.
We're committed. We're committing.
So now you're staring at a comment. All right. Fact or fiction,
right.
Every member of Heaven's Gate was forced to take their own life under threat of violence. Lan, fact or fiction?
Fiction.
Frank, fact or fiction?
That is fiction. Look into my eyes and see it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. That is fiction. There was no evidence of coercion or violence. Members of Heaven's Gate participated in the mass suicide willingly, believing it was their way to transcend humanity. They recorded goodbye messages where they...
Damn it, I blinked.
Where they expressed happiness and excitement about leaving their bodies. Over 3 days, the group took barbiturates, mixed with applesauce or pudding, drank vodka, and covered themselves with purple shrouds.
Nice try, though, Frank. Nice try.
I could feel it, and I was trying to focus and zone in, but it just finally got me.
He was trying to get all about that Hale-Bopp.
I was getting in the zone.
Fact or fiction, the cult members wore identical outfits, Nike sneakers, and had $5 bills and quarters in their pockets. Frank, fact or fiction?
That's fact.
Lan, fact or fiction?
Fact.
You are correct, sir. There's your Nikes. I believe they were Cortez, is what they were.
No, they're decades. They were decades, and Nike hasn't retroed those.
Oh
shoes
yeah, actually, looking at those soles. Those are not the soles of Cortez. When authorities discovered the bodies, every member was dressed in matching black sweatpants, black shirts, and Nike Decade sneakers. They also each had exactly $5.75 in their pockets, which may have symbolized the fare needed for their journey to the next level. The Nike Decades became so infamous that Nike stopped making them. They're now a rare collector's item.
Can you imagine if Nike retroed those and brought those out?
That'd be a little weird. Would you buy them?
A little bit.
You know what they could call them?
Yeah, I probably would, because they're nice, simple shoes. Look at them.
Yeah.
You could call them the Comets Ride.
Nike Comets.
The Nike Bop?
The Nike Bop, and to sell them for $5.75.
Oh my god! Or $575.
Drink the punch. Drano.
Drinking the Kool-Aid. All right, here we go. Fact or fiction? Marshall Applewhite convinced his male followers to undergo voluntary castration. Lan, fact or fiction?
Fiction?
Frank, fact or fiction?
That's fact.
Really?
Yeah, Frank got the point on that one. Several male members of Heaven's Gate, including Applewhite himself, voluntarily underwent castration. Now, what kind of picture do you think I'm going to bring up next?
Balls.
A moose with no balls?
No, I'm telling you, it was this big.
My balls used to be this big.
Is Frank staring at the thing? Applewhite preached a strict belief in shedding human desires, including sexual urges, which he saw as an obstacle to their next level evolution. The castrations were performed by a nurse within the group, but at least one attempt went horribly wrong, requiring hospitalization.
Jesus Christ. There's one thing that Frank knows is about voluntary castration.
I mean, look at that face. Talking
Which
about
one?
Frank, not Applewhite.
Got an itch.
All right. Final one. Fact or fiction? Heaven's Gate still has active followers maintaining their website today. Frank, fact or fiction?
I think it's fact. You got weirdos out there.
Lan, fact or fiction?
Fact.
Yep. You guys are correct. The official Heaven's Gate website is still online, maintained by 2 former members who did not participate in the mass suicide. These individuals continue to respond to emails and preserve Applewhite's teachings, believing they will one day be called to join their former group at the next level. The website looks exactly as it did, almost exactly as it did, back in 1997, making it one of the internet's strangest preserved relics. So you think they go through like AWS or Azure now to support that website, or they're rocking their own server? What do you think?
Still on AOL.
Or GeoCities, wasn't that the one? GeoCities back in the day?
GeoCities.
There's documentaries out there about them, and I watched one. That was such a they even
This one
have
here,
videos.
this the Cult of Cults, man.
There was another one though too, and it's they sat and did interviews in front of cameras, and it is the wildest things. Just these, all the women had to get haircuts that looked the same, all the guys, and they couldn't. It was wicked, weird, man.
I ate a gummy.
That's how they all ended up there.